It was hard, man. I used to work at McDonald's. It's a terrible job, but people used to complain all the time at McDonald's. Can we agree as a room? Any complaint that you have at McDonald's can be answered with, it's McDonald's. Right? You know what you signed up for, right? Diarrhea. Why are you writing letters? What's going on? People get upset at me. They get really upset. They're like, sir, excuse me? I'm like, you don't have to call me sir, okay? I'm a child. Like, sir, excuse me, but if somebody's taking a shower in the urinal, okay? I just thought you should know that. I'm like, yeah, it's McDonald's. This ain't Chick-fil-A, right? Yeah, it's not my pleasure to be here. I'm a hostage, okay? I feel like that should be their slogan, right? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, this ain't Chick-fil-A. You want ice cream? Psych, our machine's broken. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is true. University of Texas, a couple of years ago, one of the chemistry majors did a study on all the chemicals in some of the fast food, right? It made national news because she found an ingredient in McRibs also used to make exercise mats. That's true. That's so gross. And if you're in here tonight and you eat McRibs, you're probably like, what is an exercise mat?
I took this young lady out to go get something to eat. She really wasn't that cute, I'm gonna be honest. So we end up at McDonald's. Don't judge me, sir. You didn't see her, okay? You don't know. You don't know what I had to go through, all right? At the time, my car didn't exist. I was broke. I didn't have one. I didn't know. It didn't. She was driving. We pull up to the drive-thru. It was a very romantic drive-thru. It was very well lit and everything. We could see each other perfectly. She orders her food, but dude couldn't hear her. He said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you speak up?" That's all he said to her. She went completely nuts for no reason. Started yelling immediately. "How did you get a job? I know your mama don't love you." I said pickles, nerd. She went nuts. After she gets finished cussing out the McDonald's drive-thru dude, she gonna turn to me talking about, "So Mike, what you wanna get?" Wendy's now? I'm not ordering from this dude. Why would you yell at him like that? I seen this movie. It don't work out for us in there. You gotta drop me off, guy. Drop me off. I'm not going nowhere with you. Drop me off.
Food is getting crazy out of control. Like this happened to me a couple weeks ago. I went to a McDonald's. They had salt shakers on the tables at McDonald's. Who's eating McDonald's going, you know what this needs? It's a little bit more salt, yeah. Really taste it on me.
I think the hardest part traveling and being a comic, and it's more about what you eat. It's eating healthy. And the fast food industry it's cheap, it's right there on the highway. So it's hard to resist. It's the only industry in the world, by the way, that could treat you like garbage repeatedly and you still go back. Bad experience at a car dealership, insurance company, you don't go back there, but everyone in here has a fast food horror story. You've been back to that same location. Pretty happy about it. I got a Big Mac at the drive-thru, right? Not a hard order, not complicated. There's a couple layers, maybe an assembly line process. Before I get back on the highway, I reach over. It's really thin from my Big Mac experience. I pick it up. No meat. Yeah, that's a big part of the Mac. The meat. So now I have this dilemma. Do I go back inside and argue for my grade F beef? They actually made the sandwich healthier. I have a Thousand Island lettuce sandwich. The answer is yes. You go back inside. You talk to the manager, Ted. Ted, this is embarrassing for both of us. I got no meat in my sandwich. The response I got from Ted, the manager, with a straight face was, "Are you sure?" "No, Ted, this is the big scam I got running right now. I'm stealing patties from fast food places. If you could pick it up, I got 60 in the car. I got a Wendy's to knock off, 2 exits down. I am the Hamburglar."
I think it's good to get fat shamed like that, though, sometimes. Like, I think that's how we could help with childhood obesity. Here's my idea. I think McDonald's should make the play place into a giant model of the human heart. That way when the fat kid gets stuck in the aorta slide, he'll know what he has to look forward to later in life. It'll be good for him. He'll have an epiphany in there, be like, yeah, I gotta change some things. Cancel those nuggets, Mom. I'm all stuck up in here.
My oldest child, when he was 5 years old, man, we had a fun time. We went to McDonald's, and the manager was just having a bad day, right? You could tell that. It's like this, can I take your order? Just mad. And it doesn't take me any time at all to process, ooh, I'm gonna mess with this person. And so there I am, my 5-year-old kid, we're trying to get something to eat at McDonald's. And this guy's all mad and ragey. And I said, yeah, I'll take, the big and tasty, whatever meal I was getting that day. And let me ask my son what he wants. And that's gibberish, just so you know. I have no idea. I was a small child when we left Iran. And I never coached him into this. I just thought it'd be funny if I did that. And he looked at me and goes, because he wanted to one-up me. Just until he hyperventilated, Finally stopped. He wants a cheeseburger, Happy Meal, ketchup only. For real? I guess it's a hard language. My dad doesn't email me at all because, he can't find the cheki or the cheki.
Did you guys see this? McDonald's announced they will no longer be using styrofoam. They'll be using cardboard. I'm thinking sooner or later, they're going to have to use meat. Wow, apparently McDonald's fans in here. I'm sorry.
Like, I like going to McDonald's. That's a tough thing. Fast food, man, that is tough. Sometimes I go to McDonald's, I don't even buy anything. It's the dopest way to go, by the way, on a full stomach. I walk into McDonald's, and sometimes I just look at the menu. I watch it flip over from breakfast to lunch to dinner. A tear comes to my eyes. Do you need anything, sir? No, y'all brought back the McRib. I didn't know y'all gonna do that. I follow y'all on Twitter. Y'all didn't send that one out. Just kind of caught me off guard. The sandwich has no bones. There's ribs with no bones. It's made by Jesus. That's what that sandwich is for. It's incredible. So now they put the calorie count in the McDonald's menu. It's supposed to make you feel bad about eating McDonald's. I can't believe I've been eating all these calories. Oh. Personally, I like they put the calorie count in the McDonald's menu because now I know when I'm getting banged for my buck. You know what I mean? I order whatever has the most calories in it. That's the way I work the menu. I was like, I only got $2. Let me get the 2 double cheeseburgers. Yeah, it's got the most calories. Yeah, it's a trick I learned in jail. Watch your boy. Let me get the 2 double cheeseburgers. Do you want a fish sandwich? No, I want a fish. Get that fish sandwich out of here. Who's ordering seafood at McDonald's? Fish. It's not even real fish. It's a fish substance patty that they make with tools and paper mache. That fish sandwich out of here. Ordering seafood at McDonald's. Who goes to McDonald's for seafood? Come on. You ever been sitting at home? Ooh, I could go for some fish. Ooh, McDonald's got fish sandwich on the dollar menu, so it's a fish. No, it's not even real fish. You ever look behind the McDonald's counter? You ever see Iron Chefs back there filleting fish, scaling fish? Where's the fish coming from, huh? Glitter, tools, paper mache. Telling you. McDonald's doesn't hire fishermen. I've never seen that sign in the window. Wanted, now inquire within, looking for a cashier and a fly fisherman holding tryouts on Monday. Bring your own pole. No, they don't need fishermen because they make the fish in Japan in between sweatshop shifts at the Nike factory. And they email the fish here. You enjoy the fish. Just don't die, because if you die, they'll blame it on the fish. How'd he die? Ooh, he died underneath a heap of filet-o-fish, man. That's what he should have done. Should have got it at the farmer's market like me, man. He'd have been still here, but, gluten took him out. What it is.
Staying like this McDonald's in LA not too long ago. The kid working behind the counter had his pants pulled down a little bit. He had this bandana hanging out of his pocket, his McDonald's work hat tipped around the side. I said, "Who you with, man? The McCrips?"
But I had a little bit of that food. I'm content though, because I stopped and had the best meal of my life. I stopped and had some McDonald's. That's so. I don't think any adult eats McDonald's nowadays, and when they're done eating it, they're like, "That was delicious." I think even when kids eat McDonald's, they're like, "My stomach hurts, but I want to go back tomorrow." Right? What is in it? McDonald's is the only food you eat and you know you messed up when it's in your throat. It doesn't even have to get to your stomach. You're like, I gotta start making McSteaks. What is this? I don't care what fast food I eat. If I order French fries, I have to eat every fry. Like, I get depressed if the fries start running out. Like, I reach in the bag, I'm like, I know there was more fries in this bag. Where's the rest of those fries? Then I move the napkin out the way and I find that one little burnt piece of crunchy fry. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, baby, right there. My meal is complete, right? Before today, I haven't been to McDonald's in like 6 or 7 months, and I was cleaning out my car, and I found some French fries in between the seats. Yes, and the fries look better than they did the day that I bought them. I was like, how is there no bacteria on these fries? You know how bad of a food you have to be for mold to be like, I don't eat that. That's a horrible food. Someone was like, did you eat the fries? I did lick one of them, and it was still salty. I didn't eat it, though. I was like, this is super salt. How is it still there? I was telling one of my friends about that on the way here. I was like, yo, I found French fries in between my seats. She was like, you found French fries? She was like, I found a burger in between my seats. I was like, a burger? I was like, what, like a wrapped up burger? She was like, no, just a patty. I said, who loses a burger patty in between their seats? How dirty is your car that you can lose a patty? I've never once went to McDonald's and was eating a cheeseburger and the meat fell from between the bun. And I just kept eating it like, oh, I guess this is just a ketchup, onion, cheese, mustard, pickle sandwich. How do you lose the patty?
I went to McDonald's up the street and I went to the drive-thru and I got like a number 2 and I got up to the window and this rather large lady leaned out. She goes, $5.85. I was like, at least. Oh, whatever. I always do stuff like that.
I'll never be able to lose the weight that I want to lose as long as McDonald's keep randomly coming out with the McRib. I can't turn that down, and I'm ashamed of it. I've never loved a more indescribable piece of meat before in my life. You ever see a McRib? It's a creepy sandwich. Buy one. Take the bun off of it. See if you don't get creeped out. Comes out random times. Every 6 years, the McRib is back. I'm pretty sure there's someone in the back McDonald's warehouse like, man, we just found 8 more boxes of McRibs. What's the expiration date? 1984. Get it out! It's still good. People try to defend it. It's boneless, but they made it look like it's got bones. It's creepy. If the McRib was a human being, he'd be a pedophile. That's how creepy it is. Just hopping out of bushes. Ba-da-ta-ta-ta.
Oh, and I have a lot of fat jokes. I don't have a problem with fat people. I have a problem with people who make excuses, right? There's nothing I could have done differently to be not a freak of nature, right? You know, I'm not fat, I'm big boned. I'm big boned, okay? They're gonna find my skeleton and think it was a T-Rex. I have a glandular problem. But McDonald's is not a gland. Mom. And I know she's gonna watch this special and just be like, I could go for a McGland right now. Dip that in a little barbecue, a little McGland. Like I said, we went to Italy. First time in Europe. It was fun. There's a lot of things that people don't really know about. At least I didn't. For one, almost everybody in Europe smokes. All the time. It was raining. This was a very common occurrence. We had people would be riding a bike while holding an umbrella and a cigarette in the other hand. And we're just looking out of the McDonald's window like, that's so unhealthy. And I know a lot of people who have been to Italy get really angry when I tell them that we went to McDonald's. But I had to have it. I had to have some, that's the American embassy right there, McDonald's. All that great food choices, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go with Mickey D's, okay? And we're just, we almost missed our train to Venice because of how badly I wanted to try Italian McDonald's. It was an honest mistake.
Here's my problem. Like I said, I have a hard time talking to people, like, just in general, right? I have you ever have like the word mumbles? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I think I'm gonna say something, but by the time it hits my mouth, it's all scrambled up and weird, right? Like, I think I'm gonna go up to a girl and hit on her and be like, hey, girl. Did you get that face at McDonald's? 'Cause I'm loving it. What happens is, I walk up to the lady, I'm like, hey, your face looks like a chicken McNugget. I got honey mustard in the truck. You want to take a dip?
I just felt happy around her. Like, I felt around her how I do around cake. That's all. Which, that's the benefit of food over people, because you can tell food how you feel. Never gonna block you on Instagram, ever. Never gonna do that, right? You'll never see a McDonald's commercial where the guy's like, I'm loving it, and all of a sudden Ronald McDonald busts in from the back like, what? Love? Oh. Oh no, oh, love, okay, well. We have other customers.
I had a gig the other night. I call it up. I'm like, hey, I'm almost home. I'm starving. I'm gonna stop and get a McDonald's. McDonald's! I can't believe you're still going there. The fat content's so high, we don't know where they get their beef. Get me a sundae.
I did get stuck in line. I don't know if this is normal for around here. There was an older lady. She was complaining about everything that's happened to her over the last 6 weeks. Yeah, she's probably still there right now, just going off on the cashier. Like everything, the weather, the line, the prices, there was no topic off bounds. And then she said to the cashier, she goes, last week I ate 2 Big Macs and I wanted to kill myself. Yeah, that's what she said. I whispered to the guy in front of me. I was like, I haven't eaten any Big Macs and I want to kill her. Like, come on, sweep the leg, get her out of the way, let's go. And then he whispered back, that's my mom. He's like, I want to kill her too.
I was coming in off the road the other day, and I stopped and I got a soda at McDonald's, $1.08, okay? Pull up to the window, and the girl said, did you have the soda? Yes, I did. And she said, well, the guy in front of you paid for you. Now, I know how this is supposed to work. I'm supposed to pay for the people behind me. They pay for the people behind them, and somehow that makes us a better world somehow. Except I look in the rearview mirror, and I've got an SUV behind me with about 8 kids. And I'm not paying $85 for a soda. But she's in the window and she can literally look down on me. She goes, well, the guy in front of you paid for you. I'm like, well, if I see him, I'll say thanks, and left. And so I'm telling my wife about this. She said, well, you're supposed to pay for the people behind you. I know that. I'm not going to do that. She said, we can afford it. That's not the point. She said, well, don't you believe in karma? Yeah, I believe in karma. I just got a free soda. That's karma telling me I'm not that bad of a guy. That's what that is.
Remember the good old days if you didn't like to go to a restaurant, you just didn't go there again? Right? If you didn't like something, you go, you know what? I won't go back to wherever that is again. I won't go back to Sizzler because they didn't, whatever. But no, we got to get on our devices and we got to chime in and we got to make sure that everyone hears and they need to know what I think and I'm going to give them 1 star. It's like, we trying to get somebody fired? Relax. Get over yourself. Give it a couple of months. They'll get their stuff together and then they'll make a nice steak for you. But in the meantime, don't be a whole nation of whiner reviewers. It is amazing to me how, wow. And I would give that 5 stars what I just said. But everyone, here's the deal. You get on Yelp. What, are you trying to get somebody fired from their gig? My French fries at McDonald's were cold. You know what? That's what you're going to get. They're paying these guys $10 an hour. What are you expecting? You expecting Ruth Chris Steakhouse? It ain't happening, baby. You know why you went to McDonald's? Because you're cheap. That's why.
No, but places, like to try to help are putting the calorie count on menus, so you go to fast food restaurants, like food item price, calorie count, You guys have seen it. It's supposed to help you make a better decision. Let's just say it's never changed the way I order. It's just changed the scenario. So now, when I'm at McDonald's by myself on a Tuesday at midnight, alone, by myself, in my stretchies. It's like, hey, McDonald's employee, let's take this already low point in both of our lives. And add about 1,700 calories to it. And you better turn on that ice cream machine, Sean. You better turn it on.
I think sometimes we give God credit for stuff he doesn't even want credit for. Like recently I had a friend pass away suddenly, and my other friends were like, why did God have to take Jerry so soon? I guess he just needed another angel in heaven. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But also, Jerry ate McDonald's 3 meals a day. Jerry did not take care of himself, and I think we got to meet him halfway. I'm just saying, if Jerry is an angel in heaven, he's not one of the ones that fly. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he does the books. It's got to be different jobs, right?